Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this video we're going to talk about what do you do as a day trader when the opening range just tries to shake you loose. And this is really important because what we have today is clearly an up day, but how do we start the day with that directional bias? Now we'll use the NQ for this example, but you'll see all the indices are moving higher. So a few things to note. Number one, we never broke the 34 EMA on the low. Now, I want you to note something else. I'm talking about the daily time frame before we get more granular down to the 1 minute. So this was still an intact uptrend. A lot of volatility, no doubt about that. But directional bias is one of those things that in an uptrend is going to be steadily bullish for a long time. It should not flip around every day. It should not even flip around every week. We've had this directional bias since the 3rd of November. That means since the 3rd of November, the only direction that I will take a day trade in is to the long side. Not because every day is going to give me a buy and not because every day is going to be a winning buy, but because the probability over time that I will be right more often by being a buyer is far, far higher. So here's the opening range on the NQ. And how does directional bias form? Well, we can let the market just sort of chill out, if you will, between 9:30 and 10. But another thing I look for is this VScore. And, you know, I kind of look at it this way. And this was true for my end of day trend following, and this is very likely can be true for intraday day trading. And I remember writing in my journal as an early trader, I'm just one setup away, right? I would always remind myself early on as a trader, find a setup, learn to recognize it with precision and attack it like an assassin every time. So I was only one setup away. And the one setup I'm talking about here is the VScore setup. Can we wait for the market to head to some sort of volatility and volume support level? And while this was not easy nor textbook, the one thing I will tell you is we were not shorting down here. What are we looking for? Well, I've got this nice volatility support level, and then I've got this nice V-score support level overlapping, right? As you can see, overlapping right in here. And that's our window right in there. So if you're not thinking short, if you've got that directional bias and you've got your one setup, that's it right there. All right. So think about that, you know, rather than looking for 4 and 5 different setups and rather than looking for lots of different directions, short, long, and many, many trades. You know, one of the things we talk about in the room is don't be a twitchy little trader, right? And that's kind of a saying in our room. Use the directional bias, wait for that opportunity, and perhaps maybe in February, think about this. Focus on one setup, recognizing it with confidence and then acting on it swiftly. And just start with that, you know, and again, I'll share with you what I used to write in my trading journals as a teenager teaching myself how to trade. You're one setup away. And I do believe that. And the one setup I showed you here, and we've talked about this many times in the videos here, is the V-score low, using volume, using volatility. I'll see you in the next update.